Good morning, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. This is Rich again, back for your first video blog of the day for Sunday, August 23rd, 2015, around 7:21 in the morning, Berwick, Massachusetts. It's going to be a mix and sun and clouds today. Highs in the low 70s, but very, very sticky. Maybe some chances of some thunder showers. Some news to report. Kansas City Royals beat the Boston Red Sox 6-3. Red Sox winning streak is over at four games. And also, the Lowell Spinners dropped the doubleheader to the Staten Island Yankees. They got beat by a score of 3-2 both games in extra innings. And the New England Patriots beat the New Orleans Saints by the score of 26-24 at the Super Bowl in preseason action. And it's Happy National Physicians Day in Iran. I bet the Iron Sheik loves that day a lot. And that's about it on the news. My first video subject of the day is the fantasy booking series. This fantasy booking today, I'll be doing a double header. I'll be doing 2 posts of these. And the first one I'm going to be doing is rebooking WWE SummerSlam 1993 that happened at the Palace of Auburn Hills. I'm rebooking this for the main event that was originally going to happen when they first thought this out several months in advance. In 1993 was going to be Hulk Hogan, who was going to be the WWE champion, facing off against Bret the Hitman Hart. But Hogan refused to wrestle Bret Hart and put him over, so that match was never happened and stuff. And SummerSlam was changed around and stuff. But in fantasy booking, all of these things don't happen and stuff like that. Plus, I have 10 matches in all and stuff, and most of the matches I booked for this version of SummerSlam 1993 did not happen at all, except maybe 1 or 2 in variations and stuff like that. And here is me rebooking SummerSlam 1993 WWE. Still going to be at the Palace of Auburn Hills in Michigan. The first match would have been the Steiner brothers, Rick and Scott Steiner, defending the WWE titles, tag team titles against Money Incorporated, $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, and Erwin Ashaisha IRS. And this would have a special stipulation in this match. The loser of this match, the team would have to break up for good and stuff like that. Sensing like Ted DiBiase was on his way out of the WWE at this time, the Steiners and Money Inc. will probably have maybe a classic 12-minute match to open it up, and then Scott Steiner pins the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, with the Frankenstein to retain the WWE Tag Team titles. And afterwards IRS gets mad, and then he turns on Ted DiBiase, gives him the ride off and stuff like that. Ted DiBiase's leaving the WWE to write him off from there. The next match I would have had Adam Bomb with Johnny Polo and stuff, who turned out to be Raven, face off against the 1-2-3 Kid and stuff. And the Kid was on a roll in the WWE when he beat Razor Ramon at Monday Night Raw in May of 1993, and then he continues the underdog role and have this continue on where Adam Bomb, when he tries to go for the Adam Smash, Kid flips over and gives him a backslide for the 1-2-3. Continues having to push for the 1-2-3 Kid as an underdog role. The next match I would have had Razor Ramon, who was facing off against the narcissist Lex Luger. Lex Luger would not turn face. He would still remain a heel and stuff. Still having Lex Luger still undefeated and stuff like that, and Razor Ramon becoming the top face. Have this match a competitive match and stuff. Lex Luger tries to go for his forearm on Ramon, but he ducks and Luger hits the turnbuckle, actually knocks him knocks himself a little daisy and stuff, and then you could have Razor Ramon go for the Razor's Edge and pin the Narcissist Lex Luger 1, 2, 3, and continue on like his role as on his hot streak because he's turning face. The next match would have been like Shawn Michaels still defending the Intercontinental title. He's with Big Daddy Cool Diesel facing off against Mr. Perfect and stuff, and have this match maybe like a great match and ends in like a double count out, double disqualification. Shawn Michaels and Diesel beat up on Mr. Perfect and stuff. Michaels retains the IC title because titles can't change hands on a count out or disqualification and stuff. And then Diesel and Shawn Michaels beat Mr. Perfect up, but then all of a sudden Razor Ramon comes out and rescues Mr. Perfect and stuff like that. I really don't like Mr. Perfect's face run around this time and stuff because he was much better as a heel and stuff like that. The next match would be a steel cage match to blow off this feud. Crush facing off against Doink the Clown and stuff. And this steel cage match will be, you know, very, very funny and stuff. They have two Doinks at this time. And, you know, like, I'll have, like, Doink win this feud, to win the cage match with Crush and stuff because of the second Doink interfering and stuff. And it would be very funny and stuff. And then Crush gets mad and they surely turns him sublet heel and stuff like that. The next match would this was originally going to be on the card, but it was, you know, scrapped because of like injuries and terminations. It was going to be a mixed tag team match between Tatanka and Sensational Sherry facing off against Luna and Bam Bam Bigelow and stuff like that. And the mixed tag means it's only the men versus the men, woman versus the women. And I would have this match maybe a few minutes, have like Luna and Bam Bam win with like the referee getting distracted, Tatanka distracting the referee, throwing it out, and like Sherry's like beating up on Luna, but then you have Bam Bam Bigelow come up the top rope and hit like Sherry with the headbutt and stuff like that behind the referee's back, because that's in the mixed tag. If like the men attack the woman or vice versa, that's an automatic disqualification. But if the referee doesn't see it, he has to let it go, and then Luna beats Sherry for 1, 2, 3, and Luna and Bam Bam go over in this one. In the next match, I would have had the Smoking Guns, Billy and Bart, facing off against the Quebecers, Jacques and Pierre. And Jacques and Pierre, like, were not the Mountings, but they dressed like the Royal Mountain Police Department and stuff. And I would have this match be like a quick one. I would have like the Quebecers when like Jacques pins Billy Gunn cleanly and stuff. It'd be a great match. The next match, I would have Jerry the King Lawler facing off against the Rocket, Owen Hart and stuff, because Jerry Lawler was starting a feud with the Hart family at this point. And I would have Jerry the King Lawler win this one against Owen Hart by cheating and stuff. Be like a quick match and stuff. Continue on with the Lawler versus Hart feud some other point. Then there'll be a 6-man tag. It would be Men on a Mission, Mo and Mabel with Oscar and a mystery tag team partner facing off against Yokozuna with Mr. Fuji. Jim Cornette's not in the picture in this one because in fantasy booking he doesn't come into the WWE. And the Head Shrinkers, Fatu and Samu with Alpha, the Welsh Samoan. In real life, Yokozuna was related to the Head Shrinkers. They were distant cousins and stuff. And Men on the Mission have a big surprise tag team partner, and then the lights go out, and then The Undertaker with Paul Bearer appears in their like Men on the Mission's 6-man tag team. The tag team partner, like The Undertaker around 1993 was feuding with Giant Gonzalez and Mr. Hughes and stuff, but both of them are very awful wrestlers. In this fantasy booking scenario, you know, they don't have a blow off and stuff. Like Gonzalez and Mr. Hughes are fired by the WWE, and this like 6-man tag team match will probably be a very quick one, kind of a smudge and stuff, and you know, have a double disqualification and stuff, and then it starts the Undertaker versus Yokozuna for feud and stuff, but it's not for the WWE title in fantasy booking. And then the main event, it will be Hulk Hogan with the mouth of himself, Jimmy Hart, in his corner facing off against the Hitman, Bret Hart. This will be like a back and forth match. Have it like Bret the Hitman Hart put Hogan in the sharpshooter, and then Hogan tap out and stuff, and then Bret the Hitman Hart wins the WWE title and stuff. But then Jerry the King Lawler comes down and attacks Bret Hart and stuff, like he did at like Royal at like King of the Ring. But then Owen Hart comes in and saves Bret, and they have several suits and officials and stuff like that. You can continue on the Bret Hart versus Jerry the King Lawler feud and stuff. Also around this time, like Bret Hart was feuding with Jerry the King Lawler in USWA, and like Jerry the King Lawler is the face in the USWA, and Bret Hart's the heel in the WWE. The roles are reversed and stuff like that. You could continue that. Also, like Jerry the King Lawler was Unified World Champion at the USWA at this time. Then you could maybe have like Bret Hart defend the WWE title in Memphis against Jerry the King Lawler, like have like a title versus title match that would drop the houses at like the Mid-South Coliseum and stuff. And if they really wanted to do it, so like in like Survivor Series 1993, they could have had like a unification match, Bret the Hitman Hart versus Jerry the King Lawler on like Survivor Series from Boston. If this scenario like played out and stuff, but WWE never around this time never acknowledged any other wrestling promotion and stuff like that, so it would have been a big step forward for them. It would probably be something they really wouldn't want to do and stuff. Plus the USWA television was not shown. It was basically confined to like the Tennessee, Kentucky, Indiana area, like kind of the Midwest area, so they didn't have too many television stations outside that area and stuff like that. So that's about it on how it would rebook SummerSlam 1993 and stuff. And I wonder if this was the original plan all along. You never know. And that's about it on that. In a few more minutes, I'll be back with the second fantasy booking scenario. What I'm going to do today, I'm going to book Lex Luger as WWE Champion from SummerSlam 1993 through WrestleMania 10 and stuff. And that's about it, and I'll be back in a few minutes. Keep calm, and I'm with Julie Brett and Guy, Molly Rosenblunt of Fox 35 Rocks, and in the words of Sean Lucha, get out. Bye now.